some of my old art. Okay, yeah, this has been very highly requested. You guys keep mentioning that you wanted to see some of my old stuff. But you see, I'm kind of scared of that because some of my old stuff is, oh, it's bad. Okay, well, I'm not showing my old traditional art. Like, I used to draw traditional way back as a kid, like really, like back when I doodled stuff, like, so it wasn't good at all. Like, you can barely even tell what it is. But you know, someday maybe we'll go back and look at those. But we're going to be looking at my digital art. The first time I ever started digital art, and oh my goodness, it's not good. So don't expect it to be. But I first started digital art when I joined Roblox. So that's why we're on Roblox. Is because this is the only place I ever uploaded it. And I don't have it anywhere else. This is the last place it exists. So I should probably find a way to save them so I don't lose them forever. But you know, video form is a great way of doing that. So we're going to go look at these. Oh my goodness, I'm scared. They're not going to be in order because I don't think I added them to these galleries in order that I made. So they're probably going to change on quality a ton. But oh my goodness, I'm terrified. It's so bad. I have like 7 of these galleries, so we're going to have to hurry. Oh my goodness. Okay, so first up here, these are obviously not the very first ones I did because, I mean, the quality went up a little bit. My very first ones were worse. I mean, you guys are probably shocked. You're like, how could it be worse? Let's look at those eyes. Look at her eyes. She looks a little derpy. She looks like she's looking both directions. But, you know, I used to draw people's Roblox characters. And that's what I used to do. I even started doing it for like $5 back in the day. I was 14-year-old here. So, I was 14. So, you know, it's kind of sad, to be honest. Wait, is that a horse? Doesn't look like a horse at all. Okay, well, let's move on here. This guy, he's yellow. He's very yellow. The guy over here, he is much more orange. But apparently I made him yellow. It looks like a pitchfork, actually. Okay, wait, what is this? Oh, that's not accurate at all. Wait a second, his hair goes up, and I made his hair like all droopy. Okay, one thing I used to do that was infamous. Okay, I don't understand why I did this. I didn't know how to draw hands, all right? So I didn't draw hands for him to hold his little weapon staff thing. But instead, I have his staff going straight down, and his arms are going straight down. Then how is he holding it? How is he holding this? It doesn't make sense. How is that even happening? I don't get it. Anyway, this guy is apparently supposed to be buff. His hair does not look at all like what his hair is supposed to look like. And his muscles, they have a mind of their own. Well, I was still 14 there, but these aren't the oldest stuff, actually. So I don't know when we'll run into the oldest stuff, if we ever do. I'm not sure if I ever added it into a gallery. All right, well, that guy, he's creepy. There's so many. Oh my gosh, and they all look so identical. Why are they... That does not fit in at all. That text does not fit into the clothes whatsoever. And he has a belt and stuff. I didn't even add it all. And I'm doing the sword thing. The sword thing that makes no sense. Why is the sword just stabbing into his arm? That's not how it works. That's not how you hold things. What's over here? I keep trying to sprint and I realize there isn't a sprint button. Okay, well this, I'm still 14. You are sad 14-year-old. Anyway, oh my goodness. Those wings. Look at those wings. Someone just joined me in this game. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. Don't join me. Trust me. It's really bad. This guy, I added hair. He's bald, obviously, but he has hair. Like, what do I have against bald people? Why couldn't I just leave him bald? And over here, there's, some fairy wings. Hey, how's it going? How you doing, dude? Ninja bull. Is that bull or boy? I can't read. Hi. Anyway, we're just looking at terrible. You don't want to. Don't look. Please don't look. Oh, I'm doing it again. Why? Why is the weapon? It is like poking into his side. Not to mention, these all look so identical. I did not understand how to draw with variety at all. Look at this. This guy looks so much like this guy. Oh, they look really weird from this. Oh my gosh. Look at it from this direction. It looks amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, thank you. You're more awesome. Oh, hello. Hi, we're just looking at some pictures that are really bad. Oh my god. Okay. This guy looks like a dweeb. Look at him. Look at him. Look at his dweebiness. It looks like he doesn't really fit in there. It looks like he's wearing a jar as a hat. Not to mention he looks nothing like his character whatsoever. Is that Shane Dawson? Wait a second. Why you look like Shane Dawson? It does. Why does it?
It's creeping me out. It does, but it's terrible at the same time. I love how my name here isn't even signed. It's just kind of printed there. Okay, well, this is very interesting. I gave him hair. Why did I give you hair when you're wearing a hat? I gave everyone hair, even if they didn't have hair. Like, you can't see his hair. But I gave him hair anyways. Like, everyone had serious hair. Okay. His eyes are showing through that hair way too much. Oh, hello. How's it going? Look how he's holding his sword. It makes no sense. Oh my goodness. Okay, this goes to show. This one looks pretty decent. So you're like, oh wow, you weren't that bad. Well, the reason this looks kind of decent is because I was looking at a photo and trying to copy it as much as I could. So that's the only reason it looks decent. These others, I wasn't copying anything. So they all look terrible. And like, look at these proportions. Look at that. What's going on? What is going on with that arm? Whoa. Hi there. How you doing, Psycho Chara YouTube? What's up? I just realized I didn't draw the little dinosaur on her shirt at all. This guy, okay. Oh, whoa. I finally have someone holding a sword. I thought that would never happen. Someone is finally holding a sword. And this here is a bunny girl, but she doesn't look anything like her character. I realized I never make them look anything like their characters. We're gonna have to hurry through these because if I don't hurry, this is gonna be the longest video on all of Planet Earth. But hopefully you guys don't mind it being super long. Oh my goodness. That looks so bad. Look at that hand. Okay, I know everyone struggles with hands, but that's a whole new level. I used the line tool. That's all I ever used was the line tool. So everything did not exactly look good. See, like, even if you use the freehand with a mouse, it's going to look better than a line tool, I think. Unless you're using like a line tool on like, what's it called? It's like those animation programs have a really cool way of using like line tools and curved lines that can be done really well for cartoons. But this, whatever I did here, is not good at all. This guy, oh my gosh. I gave him hair again. I just gave everyone anime hair. Even if they weren't, look at his chin though. His chin is big. This guy looks a lot like the last guy, only he doesn't have hair. I'm moving forward in life. I thought I got past this. I thought I got past the whole, you know, the weapon digging into the side of the person. I thought I got past that. But apparently I did not. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Look at this. He looks so awkward. Why is he standing like that? Look at the mouth. It doesn't look like a scary skeleton mouth. It just looks like... It just looks like he lost some teeth. Will you be my friend? It's my birthday. Oh, happy birthday, dude. I could be your bud. I'm being your bud. Is that the Kids' Choice Awards? And you also got bling. That's pretty lit, actually. It's nice to meet you, dude. All right. Well, I had hair to everybody. And I did the sword thing. When I stopped doing the sword, this guy is actually holding a weapon. And I also actually tried perspective. I tried perspective for once. See, I'm happy that I actually did something, even though the perspective is really off, like really bad. Because look up here. That's not what it's supposed to look like. And then this guy, he looks like Edgelord right here. Look at that. I also didn't draw his shirt, which what is that on a shirt? It looks like the Jonas Brothers from here, but I'm guessing it's not. I'm just gonna assume it's not the Jonas Brothers. This guy, it looks like he's got flame ice cream. It kind of actually does look like he has a flame ice cream. So that's actually accurate for once. This guy actually has hair. I actually just put hair on the person for like normally. I didn't draw the texture on this person's shirt. I probably didn't know what textures were like, but look at that chin! The chin is like Illuminati. Look at it. It's so pointy. How does that happen? What did I do? What was that noise? Did you guys hear that? It was like some random notification. Anyway, This is supposed to look cuddly. This is supposed to look cute. It doesn't. It actually looks horrifying. Is this Jordan? Nope. Nope, that's definitely not Jordan. Jordan's my brother, if you guys don't know, but no, that's not him. And I added hair again. I'm so bad at that. And here's some more drawings that all look identical. Everyone has insanely intense chins. Don't know why everyone has insane intense chins. I swear they're getting worse. I think actually the further we go back, the older they get. I think it started newer than what we're getting to now. That guy looks awkward. Oh, that's creepy. Look at that face. Oh, everyone looks so similar though. It is so similar. I wonder if in the newer galleries they actually get any progress. Oh, that's creepy. That's very creepy. Oh, never mind. This just topped the creepiness level. What is going on with his chin? Look, his chin is just... What's going on? Oh, saucy. Okay, that looks so wrong. Look at his arm. Whose arm bends that way? Not to mention the top of his arm is so much longer than the other part of his arm. Like, it makes no sense. Maybe it was supposed to be perspective, but I failed really bad if it was perspective. Here, it's a kitty person. It's like my first kitty person. This guy has bunny ears. Hey, I tried to find perspective again, but it's not good. Hey, it's a group photo. Wow, I think this is the first group photo we've seen. Oh. Just look at the arms. Okay, look at this guy's arm. Look at this guy's arm. Okay, if his arm bends there at like his hip, do you imagine how arm it is? His arm would go all the way down his leg. Like, that's insanely long. He's like Slenderman or something. It's so creepy. Here, we have a guitar man. And I actually put him sitting on something. I'm trying new poses. And I should give myself some props for trying new things. But why is this foot twice the size of this foot? What did I do wrong? What is this? Over here, we have an army man who does not look like an army man whatsoever on my drawing. You know, there's a whole lot wrong with this. I'm just going to leave that there. Why is the line so big on this one? Look at him. And he has like a Domo shirt, but I never gave him his Domo shirt. Oh, this looks good. Oh, I'm not being serious. That perspective is bad. Look at it. I know this entire video is me dissing my art, but I'm sorry. It's just something that has to be done because you got to know that when you start drawing, you're always gonna progress and get probably better, and then the old stuff, you're going to always find it as funny. And I always find it funny to make fun of my old art. I think it's funny, even though, you know, like most people are like, don't make fun of your old art. You tried. And like, I don't see it as a bad thing. Making fun of it to me is just, it's funny. And I think that's all I like to make fun of it. That's not accurate at all. At all. Like, just look. I thought I was supposed to be drawing their characters. We're almost done with this gallery. We gotta hurry this up. What the heck? Oh, okay, there's a squid on that guy's head. What the heck? And anything over here? Nope, they all look the same. Man, they all look so similar. Okay, we're going to the next gallery now. Yay, we're at the second gallery. All right, so we're gonna hurry up and go through it. If I can hurry through, because there's so many galleries and we can't go through them all, like, and slowly go through them. So let's see if I made any progress. Hopefully, what if these start old and then go back? Like, they're gonna start with like the newest ones of this gallery, and then they're gonna get worse as we go. I bet that's how it's gonna be. Well, they all still look very similar. The chins are still very intense, and I'm still using the line tool. Hey, like this one, I tried an effect. I tried something, but they all look so similar, to be honest, and they all have those really intense chins, and they all have terrible proportions. Hey, this is my brother. I remember I drew my brother, and his weapon is doing the thing that looks... How do they hold their weapons when they're doing that? And this is my sister. I drew her on Roblox as well. She had no hair. That's because back in the day, back when I drew this, I don't know if they had hair on Roblox, or did they? Some people had shaggy, like this person, or could you only wear one hat at a time? This person has 2 hats, but I don't remember. I remember that sometimes that you could only had 1 hat, but then other times they added it so you could have 3 hats, but I don't remember how that worked. Or when that happened, and these are all out of order. Well, that looks that looks creepy. And oh, okay, this guy's chin. That guy's chin is so bad. Why is it so bad? Hey, look, this time I actually tried some decent anime proportions. I'm actually surprised. I actually did pretty good on the proportions there, even though I'm using the line tool. It's interesting. I don't know why there's like a planet in her eye. But hey, at least I tried. I mean, I'm making progress here. Never mind. I take back everything I just said. What happened to this girl's face? Oh my gosh. Hey, wait a second. Why does this look so weird? This looks really old. I don't know why it looks that way. What if this is one of my oldest drawings? This is apparently no one. Why does he look like he's falling down? Well, they all look so similar. They just look like the same person. Oh my goodness. These are some of my oldest drawings. These are some of my very first ones ever. Why are they in this gallery? This is the second gallery. This is one of my first ever drawings. Okay, so, you know, just don't pay attention to the chin. Look at that chin. Look at it. It's ginormous. This was one of my very first as well. I remember I was so proud of this one. I was like, wow, I did so good. And I have to say, I did decent with the proportions, and I did decent with like the idea of her holding her dress and whatnot. But the biggest flaw here is her Pikachu hair. What's going on there? It's so spiky. Well, I mean, at least I tried. I had fun with it. Oh, we're not even going that chin. Oh my gosh. Okay, when I first started digital art, I actually didn't use the line tool. I just used my freehand. But apparently I thought the line tool looked better and went with the line tool for every one of my drawings. But actually, the freehand looked better, and I don't know why I left, because this is one of my very first drawings, and it was just free-handed, and it looks better than the line tool. So I don't know why I went with the line tool. It makes no sense why I did that. It doesn't make any sense, because look, these very first drawings that were free-handed have better proportions. So why did I leave doing them that way? I don't understand. This is my sister again, by the way. I don't know who that is. But yeah, those are some of my oldest drawings. And they actually have better proportions than my newer ones that aren't new now, but you know what I mean. Because look at these. Oh my goodness. You could tell when they're really, really old ones is I drew them like this. I had the freehand and the shading was just like squiggles. And yeah, these are really old as well. But look, I at least tried with the arms. I tried with the holding the weapons. But then later on, they just kind of, I swear they got worse. Oh my gosh. That's really old. I remember I did a speed paint on this way back in the day. Only my speed paint, I don't think it actually showed me drawing as much as it like faded through the different progress. Another one of these, you're like, wow, that looks pretty good. But the only reason it looks good is because I really, really closely copied a picture. I closely copied a picture of Phoenix Wright, and that's why it looks decent. When I did it by myself, it looks like this. See? So it's important to try drawing without a reference, or else you're gonna have this drastic difference. All right, let's see. What is next? This looks old. Is this another old one? Yeah, it does. It has a weird shading. That's old as well. This is really old. Wait, didn't we already see this one? It looks familiar. Yep, and now we're back to, they're so out of order. Why are they so out of order? None of these are in order at all. Oh, wow. I remember drawing this one, actually. I remember it because I thought it was so weird that I had to draw one of those, like, helmets like that, and I did not know what the heck I was doing. And this, I was so hyped when I drew this one because that was Stickmaster Luke. And Stickmaster Luke was super popular on Roblox, and I was like, yay! I got Stickmaster Luke to want a drawing! So I thought that was a big deal. And here's some more. Hey, I tried someone's arm. I'm surprised. I actually did a hand. I'm shook. Whoa, this guy has really deep shadows. And here's another person with two people. And they both look like they're not looking at each other. I'm not sure why. I'm pretty? Me? Or are you talking to someone else? Me? Well, thank you if you think so, but I don't see how you think that. Anyway, oh, here's another one where I looked at pictures to draw it, but I did try. It took me forever because I had to look at like a Toad picture, and I tried to copy him down. Then I took another picture. And it was great practice for copying. Like it's a lot of good practice to try copying things because it helps you with when you try realism. Because for realism, usually copying things down is a big part of it, and it's good to know that. Princess Peach and Toad. Yep. I had so much fun with that one, and It looks pretty good, actually. It still holds up today. That's an egghead. And these all look very similar, once again. Oh my gosh. That's not accurate. Hey, it's a furry! And then that guy. Oh my gosh, these are terrible. Okay, to the next gallery. Let's go, dude. Okay, we're here at the third art gallery. Oh my gosh, there's so many art galleries. I drew so many things on Roblox. Wherever I went as a kid, I wasn't really a kid. I was like 14. But still. I guess it's still a kid, but you know what I mean. I wasn't really young. But wherever I went, I always tried to start businesses. So like I would start like a t-shirt business. I would start like a drawing business. I started everything as a business as a kid. All right, so let's see if anything ever gets better. Because right now, I'm not having much hope. Because what's going on with his face? What's going on? That's another squid head. Yep, they all still look very similar. I'm trying to hope that things start changing. Because I'm not sure how far my Roblox uploading goes. Because I stopped uploading to Roblox and started uploading to DeviantArt the older I got. But, you know, I'm not sure how far it goes on Roblox. So let's see. That actually looks like I took some time with it. And it looks like I actually did a freehand for once. So it does look a little better than the lines over here. So I did try something. So that's progress. Hey, this looks free-handed as well. Well, some of it. The hair does. The wings look like I used the line tool. So I'm actually kind of making a little bit of progress, it looks. This looks really familiar to me and reminds me of something, but I'm not sure what I made it for. What did I make this for? I'm not sure. I forget. Oh, I remember I drew this person, but that was like I drew like the actual human-y self into a picture. That was the first time I did that, I think. Normally I just drew Robloxians, but I actually drew a person for that one. Go over here. More of the same. This one looks a little different. So I actually tried something new. More of the same. That one looks a little different. This guy, his arm, okay? Okay, proportions. Guys, when you're drawing arms, the top of the arm should be the same length as the bottom of the arm. Not like whatever's going on here. What is this? It's like 2 times the size of the top of the arm. This actually looks like I took time into it, but I probably looked at some photos, but still, it looks like I actually put some time into it and perspective, so I gotta give myself the props besides that weapon thing I'm doing again. Why do I do that? What is that? Why? They can't hold it from that angle. Here's another person. It does look like I actually freehand that one, maybe. Or I just used very small line tool strokes. Not sure how I was doing it. This one here. Hey, I actually used a background, too. See, I'm making progress. Even though the proportions aren't great, I'm trying. Hey, this is just, lines. I guess it's not actually a thing. Hey, things are changing. Things are changing. This is, the same thing colored. Hey, I drew backgrounds. I remember thinking this was amazing back at the time. At the time, I was like, wow, I did so good. I made a background. I have a pose. The proportions aren't terrible. I'm doing good. And it is a lot of a, upgrade from some of the old stuff. So I it's not that bad. I mean, I don't want to be mean to my old self, but yeah, I am being mean to my old self. Why am I being so mean? And here we have another person. Your head is very large. You have a very large head. I'm just gonna point that out. And hey, the sitting pose isn't bad. The proportions aren't terrible. Hey, this is actually a family friend from back in the day. Who was like my brother's friend, I think. I didn't really know her. But yeah, that was another one of the drawing people, like an actual picture of a person into an anime character. I was trying to do anime, but it doesn't really look like it. This one I'm being happy about back in the day. Probably mostly because the eyes don't look too crazy. Though the eyes are still really messed up. Over here, that looks absolutely terrible. I'm sorry, old self. I'm sorry for making fun of you, but it makes me happy. And this one, okay, look at the perspective here. That desk is like going up the wall. It does not look right at all. This one, hey, at least the arm proportions are okay. Even though, if that's his waist, never mind. The arm proportions are too big. His arms are too big. But anyway, I thought the pumpkin head looked kind of cool. It could be worse. This one, put a lot of detail into the hair, it looks like. Or tried to, but it looks like it's like overly detailed. He looks like he has just like a fluff on his head. And over here, I tried to put in like a bird. That was kind of neat. And there's flames. And it's one of those, it's one of those like Roblox groups. They were Roblox groups. I thought they were like army men. And they would get in and they would do training and then they'll go like raid places. But the problem with the raids is everyone thought they won. No one would admit they lost. And it was so annoying. And this is some of my old traditional art from back then. It looks a lot like the digital art. So this shows that how you draw digitally usually goes over to how you draw traditionally. Or, well, I started traditionally, so the other way around. But yeah, most people think digital art's easier, but it's really not. They're both very hard. And more traditional and more... Hey, this one actually got some progress done. Look, I actually did pretty decent with the proportions. Pretty decent with the eyes. Well, the eyes are kind of creepy, actually. This eye looks like it's going to leave the head. But, you know, I tried. And this one here, I did more with arms and proportions. See, but my digital art, it's kind of creepy. I don't know what it was. Maybe the line tool I was using, but it's really creepy. It's honestly really creepy. Here's some more traditional. Hey, Sasuke! It's Sasuke. I was a huge Naruto fan back then. I watched it so much with my brother, and we were just so obsessed. 2010. Wow. It's been that long since I started drawing digitally and stuff. It's crazy. Even though I feel like I just started doing it, though. Back then, I used to do it still for, like, they're kind of like commissions. I don't know when I started doing it for $5. This is when I did it for Robux on Roblox, which is like a digital currency. It's not really real. And this guy, why am I still doing this? Look, he can't hold it from that perspective. It's just not, that's not how it works. I'm doing it again. I'm angered. See, this guy, he's at least holding his weapon. But this guy, he's not holding his weapon. He's just floating his weapon. Whoa, it looks like a party. That's kind of cool. Like, the background people are like silhouettes. That's interesting, even though his chin is crazy. His chin's crazy, and he's holding his weapon completely wrong. Hey, I tried a sunset. And why do these flowers look like they're wilting? They don't look pretty. Hey, that was my friend. I drew her as, like, in her Halloween costume. She was like Aang from Last Airbender. We're both Last Airbender nerds. And here we have, this is me. This is me. I was in one of those guilds I talked about where they're like, thought they were army people and they'd go raid things. I was in the tactical fighters and we would go train and do stuff. And yeah, it's really nerdy, I know. But this guy, he looks like a duck. And, hey, proportions got a little better on that one. Oh, that looks creepy. But hey, I'm trying things. Look, I'm actually trying a gradient on the head in like a collar, but it's like a pink. It actually looks pretty good, but here I use the wrong color because it's still a pink, but his skin is yellow, so it's like, it's really clashing and not looking right. It looks more like he's like blushing from his forehead, and that's not what I was aiming for at all. Here we have more drawings that look very similar. This one looks kind of cool, though. I don't know why he has no eyes when this thing is like see-through. The pink is standing out way too much here. I need to use a darker color. I was using way too bright of a color for like shading. See, here I used for shading a black because he has gray skin, and it worked okay. No pink on that one. I tried a background again. Whoa, this guy looks creepy. And still no, I think these are really out of order. They look very out of order because they keep getting worse and then better. Like, look, these are older. You could tell these are older. These aren't from the same time as some of the other ones. Yeah, these are older. This entire gallery is really out of order. Nothing in here is actually in order. I remember thinking this one was such a good one at the time. But now I realize her chin is doing something really weird. Whoa, okay, this is like the first time. The first time I ever tried realism, okay? So, don't hate, but it looks not so great, okay? I mean, the eyes are too big. The eyes are too close together. It's just, there's a lot wrong with it, but hey, it's my first time trying, so it could have been worse. I remember my sister was trying to teach me because she was totally into realism, and I always thought it was so amazing, and I always wanted to try it, but You know, I did go further with realism. I did try more later. And more of the same things. They all look very similar. Hey, there's me! I used to dress up like that with the money hat. And here's some guy holding, oh my goodness, MP3 player. That's old. No one uses MP3 players anymore. We all have smartphones. And there's a cat on that person's head. That's interesting. More of the same. More of his head is traditional. Oh, that perspective. Look at that table. What's going on there? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, old self. I'm laughing at you, but that's life. Hey, I drew this for my brother. My brother's, he had like roleplay characters. And here's more crazy characters. They look older again, like older drawings. And here's more traditional. I still swear I was better at traditional than I was at digital. I think I was. I don't know. They're pretty similar. This guy, he looks like a really manly head. Why does he look so manly? And, oh my goodness, holding the weapon. Why? Why do I keep doing that?
Okay, we're at the next gallery. Now it is time to see how it had progressed, if any at all. And I don't know what order these go in because these are starting out not looking very new. But let's see. Yep, I see I'm making progress with the proportions. At least the proportions are getting a little better. But you gotta see, this goes to show how much practice it takes to get any better at things. Because look how much I drew. I drew hundreds of characters on Roblox. Like, I drew insane amounts. All these don't even have all the pictures I drew on Roblox because I remember I deleted some out because I was like, oh, I don't like it anymore and I felt bad about it. So then I deleted it out. But then I drew so many Roblox characters and it took so much practice to make even the smallest bit of improvement. But I'm glad to see that I took so much time with the drawings and I'm glad that I continued trying. I mean, there's always mean people that are just gonna come and diss you and tell you, you suck at drawing, you should stop drawing, you're awful at it. But then you shouldn't listen to them because the thing is that you're practicing and practice makes perfect, right? So don't ever listen to someone if they make fun of you because if you do, then you'll never actually keep growing and keep progressing. Like I'm still not a great artist. I have a lot of problems with my art that I don't like. But I shouldn't give up just because I'm like depressed. I'm like, I don't like how I do it and stuff like that. But you have practice. Hey, you have a cute outfit. That's super cute. It's like a onesie, only it's like a sweater. It's adorable. Hey, how's it going, guys? She's trying to look at her work. I'm just filming a video. But that's okay, you guys can join. It's totally cool. And then, yeah, these guys are very interesting. Okay, let's hurry through these. We're gonna take way too long again. Yep, they all still look really similar. Very similar. That guy's creepy, oh my gosh. Look at his face. What the heck? Okay, those proportions are pretty bad. I still think these are really out of order. They don't feel in order at all. Like sometimes they get better and sometimes they just look worse. This one doesn't look that bad. I think the proportions are okay. I remember I used to be really happy about this one because it kind of looks anime and I wanted it to look anime. And it does kind of look anime, but the chin and the head proportion is not making sense because look at the chin. The chin goes all the way over here. Does the head just turn up right there? It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I mean, I was trying. This guy, oh my goodness. Okay, this guy's infamous in our family, all right? We always come and look at these galleries every once in a while, like we haven't in forever, but my brother calls this man Stringy Beanie. Do you want to know why? Because his arms. Look at his arms. Look at those arms. Okay, if his hips are here and his arms are here and there is no showing of a wrist. There is no showing of a wrist or his hands or his arm stopping and going into a hand at all. So who knows how long his arms are? His arms could be infinite for all we know. So he calls him Stringy Beanie because he's stringy. But yeah, I'm fine with people making fun of the old art. I think it's funny. And, oh my gosh, what's going on here? Those proportions. I'm so confused. Hi, guys. Okay, yeah, that looks old. These don't exactly look... This one, I remember. This, I drew this before Korra came out. Remember Korra, before it came out, it released that one picture that was just of her back standing over, like, the city? Do you remember that? But there was no actual photo of Korra from the front. There was no pictures of her. That didn't exist.
So I tried to make up what Cora looked like from the front, and this was my, well, what I tried to make up for. And it's kind of accurate, though the front of this is all wrong. But I tried my best, and it does kind of look like Cora. You can tell it's her, so I didn't do that bad. Does that eyeball have teeth? That eyeball has teeth. Hey, traditional. That's bad proportions. Very bad. Did I do a speed art of that? I think I did. And there's more holding the weapons terribly wrong. That's my sister. And, they still all look very similar. I already was over there, right? Yeah, okay. There's my brother. He loved Halo. He probably still does, but he hasn't played it much anymore. And here's more kitty people. Okay, these look old. These, I feel like we did progress into some art, but then now they're starting to look old again. Hey, this looks like I actually did some decent proportions with that one. These are so out of order, I swear. I think the galleries go older the further you go back. So what we saw at the beginning was probably the newest of this time. Hey, there's me, and that was my friend. And more photos. There's so many. Izuko! I was a huge Last Airbender fan. And is that Ash Ketchum? And more traditional. And whoa, that's creepy. Oh, creepiness. And more of the same. They all look so similar. I think it's going older as we go back. Hey, this is the first time I tried using GIMP. I was like, I'm going to try a different program, and I used GIMP for the first time. I don't know. I don't think did I have a tablet at that point? I tried getting a tablet. So at one point, I'm going to finally start using a tablet. This was all done with my mouse before then. And then I tried doing, hey, I remember I did this for $5. So I must be getting into the point where I started drawing things for $5. And more traditional art. Let's go to the next gallery. Okay, hey, outside of this gallery, there's this guy. Hey, I'm pretty sure we're at the point in time where I went off of doing it for Robux and started doing it for $5 a piece. And it was my first ever business. The first thing I've ever done for money was this. Well, besides chores around the house and stuff like for like, you know, like normal family stuff. No, this was like my first business. And I started doing these for $5 and I thought it was so cool. But I don't think I did these for $5. I don't remember when I started, to be honest. I forget when I started the $5 thing. I forget when that was. It's probably already started, maybe? I don't remember. But I remember I was so much fun on Roblox doing that stuff. Hey, this one looks like I used maybe a different program? Yeah, this one looks like GIMP as well. I'm here with Mr. Creepy, but that's me. And it looks like I'm trying another program, finally. And here is another traditional drawing I did. I remember when I drew this. I remember thinking it was pretty cool. It took me forever to color in that hair, though. I was using just a normal pen. I didn't have any, like, special ink pens, and it was really annoying. And here, some people can actually sit like that, but I'm pretty sure I did the proportions wrong. It was supposed to be like it's going beside her, but instead it looks like it's going out from her, and it does not look exactly like I wanted it to. And here's me again and my friend. Here we got an alien. Here we have this dude. He looks way more normal in my drawing than he actually does. He normally just has 3 heads. But why? How come I didn't add 3 heads that were anime heads on that drawing? I don't know. Maybe because I didn't want to look creepy. Hey, this was one of my OCs back in the day. Her name was Mori. I remember she was in some role play I used to do. And here, I'm finally going into GIMP. Look at this. It's all GIMP related now. It looks so much more like I'm not using a line tool. And the proportions are getting better. It's like progress. And I'm pretty sure that I've started the $5 by now. Yeah, definitely started $5 by now. Because I know I did, but I'm not sure exactly when it started. So, yep, that's my brother. So he doesn't count. And more drawings and more drawings. And I started doing them for $5 because I've been doing them for so long. And I thought I might as well try and turn it into a small little business. And it was fun. And I did so many of them. So yeah, I definitely know this one was for $5 and all these other ones. It's just I wasn't sure back then because I wasn't sure when I started. I'm really confused as to when I started. This looks really creepy. This looks so creepy. It's like a horror movie. Hey, I actually have him holding the sword. I'm surprised. It never happens. This one, look at that hair. That hair's it looks 80s. Hey, 4 people. Wow. I remember I put a lot of time into this one. I had a lot of fun doing that one. And I actually did pretty decent on proportions. Her arms are a little short, but I tried and this guy has no background. I guess backgrounds probably cost more money. I'm not sure how it worked. I don't remember how it all worked. I forget. But I did so many of them that they all run together. Like, I forgot this picture existed. I did so many of these drawings as a kid. I was 15. And I started my first little business at 15. I was really a business person. Hey, I'm doing more realism. And look, that's more of that. But look, I started trying more realism, only this time it was digital. I tried doing more digital stuff, but it was realism, and it's not great, but you could see what I'm aiming for. And I was making progress, so I'm glad I tried again. I didn't just give up completely. And here I'm doing more. These were also commissions. Don't know if that was. Probably not. I probably did that just because I wanted to. This I also did just because I wanted to. And here's some more of characters from Roblox. As before, this guy, I remember I used to have so much fun with backgrounds. I haven't drawn backgrounds in so long because now I'm trying to hurry with drawings and I just don't have a lot of time for backgrounds. But you know, maybe someday I'll get back into trying it. So these are really old. So hopefully I'd be better at backgrounds now. It's not going well. The perspective with the ground here is not doing well. And the shadow is a little whack. It's not looking right. And I remember this guy, I think, ordered multiple drawings, I think. I remember I used to love this one, probably because like I actually got the proportions on the arms right. Look at that. The proportions are actually looking good in the bird. But yeah, still the perspective on him sitting on the stairs is all wrong, but I tried. And this was a real person picture into anime or cartoon. And I remember I was really happy with this because it actually, I did like some shading in the background that made it look foggy. And I thought I was doing so good and I'm happy. Good job, young self. You tried. You're doing good. Don't give up. Even though I'm coming back just to diss you. I came back just to diss the young self. And here we go. It's another drawing. I remember this was my friend. Her name was Katie and Chip. Yeah, she was my friend. And over here we got more. And I remember when he ordered his drawing, I was confused because he said he wanted this picture in the background. That was just him on Roblox. So I just kind of added that to the background. I was like, I guess that's what he wanted. But I was so confused by why he wanted just that. It's like a screenshot. And I was confused by that. This, I remember even back then, I didn't like how the arms came out. So I'm just not going to judge it. And this looks like a Bleach. Is that like a Bleach building in the background? I'm not sure. I never watched Bleach, but he looks like a Bleach character, so I'm just assuming. This guy. I remember when I first drew his first drawing that he ordered, he wanted this light here, and he wanted it snowy, and I was like, okay, so I added that all in and made it look like that. And he must have liked how it looked because every time he ordered a drawing from them, see, it has the same light and the same sky because he must have been like, oh, well, that looked cool. Let's do it again. So every time I drew him, it looked pretty same background. This time he ordered 2 characters. This was another one of those real people into, well, anime-ish style. It's not really anime, but I don't know what this is. But yeah, it's a real person. So I thought that was cool. And more, is that the Great Wall of China? Why is he on the Great Wall of China? That's random. And wait, is this the same guy? It looks like the same outfit. So I'm thinking, is that the same guy? Maybe. He ordered a lot of drawings. Hey, 3 people. I remember when I first drew this, I thought it was kind of cool. I was changing up my style. I wanted them to look really skinny and like, I don't know, like stringy beanie. I thought that would be a cool style to go for, but I never really did pursue it much. I just kind of did it once and never again. This, I remember I was so happy about when I first did it. I spent a lot of time on the boat in the background, the dolphin, spent so much time on this, and I thought, oh yay, it looks good. And it does. It looks pretty good. Like the proportions are good. Everything's looking good. I mean, I did pretty good on it, I think. It's old, but I tried, and I remember I was so happy when I drew this one because it was like, yay, I actually did a big drawing idea. Like, normally when I drew things, they didn't have a lot behind them. And more realism. I tried realism again, only this time it's just a giraffe in a field. That's it. It's just a giraffe in a field. And here is more characters. And another character. This one, I don't like how it looks. I think the proportions are wrong. But this one, it took me quite a while. Now that I think about it, I think I drew this on a Sunday. I kind of remember drawing this one for some reason. I don't know why. I don't remember any of the other ones, actually. This one, I was trying a weird perspective. I wanted this to look closer, that to look further away, not to mention the whole bridge perspective. So I was trying a really weird perspective for the first time. And here's more. This guy looks really emo. And here's more foggy pictures. And hey, I think this was my friend back in the day. I think so, but I think he did order the drawing. And this is another real person into a cartoon. You can kind of tell when I do that because it's a totally different style. Here's another one of some people that, hey, this one I actually tried some new coloring and shading techniques. And here's someone sitting on a bench. Though that leg folded over, it looks like it has no bones in it. That's totally wrong, but you know, it's fun to see how I slowly progressed. Like you can see there's a lot of progression and a lot has gotten better from the very first gallery we were in. So I'm happy to see I started making progress. And the biggest progress that happened though was me switching away from the line tool. When I was using the line tool, it was really holding me back from getting any better because I had to switch to a different program. I finally started using Paint Tool Sai. GIMP lasted like a few days, but then I stopped using GIMP and started using Paint Tool Sai. And Paint Tool Sai I still use to this day. It's still my favorite program. I tried Photoshop for a while, but I never really liked it for drawing. It's great for editing, but never liked it much for drawing. This perspective is really weird. It does not look natural at all. Over here, is that the Neon Cat? Yeah. And here, oh, these are like 3 of my friends and they ordered a drawing all together. And I know my friends ordered a drawing, but you know, usually when you're like, close friends, they don't like getting free stuff from you. Especially when they're real friends. Real friends don't like taking things from you or taking things like for granted. Like they're like, hey, I'm your friend, so you should draw me for free. But they weren't like that. They were like, oh, well, we still should pay because you put so much work into these. And I really appreciated them because I thought that was so nice that they did that even though they were my friends. And, you know, it was my little business, so I was happy with that. I think there were still $5 everything. I think they were. I don't know. I did up the price later, and they did slowly become like 25, and over time they got more expensive because a lot of people wanted them at the time, and I don't know why. It was just Roblox, I guess. The people on Roblox wanted them. I don't know. I don't know why, because they weren't very good. And here I'm doing more backgrounds. I'm taking more time with perspective. The perspective's actually pretty good. The background isn't that bad for what. So this Ferris wheel looks a little weird. It looks a little weird. But, you know, I tried. And I think this is also one of my friends. Here is another one. Every time I show this to someone from far away, like my brother, he's like, I thought he was holding a golf club and the stuff around him were golf balls. But they're actually flowers and he's holding a sword. But, you know, it doesn't really look like that. But, you know, it's my first time actually drawing someone laying down from a weird perspective like that. So this still scares me to this day. He looks so creepy. Look at that head. It's like a creepy wolf head on like a fox body. And he said he wanted one of those Finneck, I don't know how you pronounce it. Foxes, yeah. And he looks very smug. And first time drawing a guitar with somebody. This guy is looking creepy. Is he looking at the flower or is he looking over at us? How do you tell? It looks kind of creepy. And here we have me and my friend. Another drawing of that. I think he actually ordered it now that I think about it. I don't think he just got it for free. Oh, I don't want to look at it. Look at it. Oh, it's creepy. Okay, I tried doing realism again, but it looks terrifying. The reason it looks so creepy is because I didn't look at any reference. I had no reference. Like when I drew, if I drew looking at a reference, I would at least be like, oh, I know what I'm aiming for. I drew this without a single reference, so it looks mighty creepy. I did not know where to put things, and yeah, it's terrifying. There's a ninja, another person into a drawing. This, I do not like it. I do not like it at all. The perspective on the roofs and the buildings, it all just looks wiggly. Doesn't look right at all. Hi, you're like a brick. I didn't even notice you. You look like you like really match the carpet. And here, I remember I drew this for a contest at the time. I think I did win the contest, so I was really happy about that. It was one of those Roblox contests. These are real people into cartoon. And it's more drawings. I mean, I started like this nice little business going, and I thought it was like kind of cool for back at the time because I was only like, what, 15? And I had a business, and I was like, yay, I'm so happy about that, even though I kind of worked myself way too much. I had school and stuff as well, so I was pretty overworked. Though it was my decision. It was my choice to do it.
And anyway, this is Korra after the seasons came out. Finally, season 1 came out, and I was like, I gotta draw them again, even though the first time I drew her, you know, I didn't know what she looked like. But now I finally did know what she looked like, so that one looked a little better. I already saw those. And over here, I remember this was a very big commission. The person who ordered this one wanted, I think it was one of their mom ordered it, but it wasn't like, I don't think they were all her kids. I think like 1 or 2 were her kids and the rest were their friends. And then they wanted them all together, so I drew like the same background and then they were like attached. So yeah, from far away you can see they're attached. But yeah, that was kind of cool. I remember doing that. Okay, there should be one more gallery. Okay, we're at the final gallery. The building changed and it looks like a church building or something. Don't know. I remember someone made me this gallery, so I used it. Someone built it for me. And I just put my drawings in it, so I didn't build it. So I'm not going to take credit for that. But these are more commissions I did. I think the price went up when I started doing them like this. But anyway, I don't know which way we're supposed to go, so I'm just going to go from here. Here is the people. It looks a little creepy. Like, their heads and their eyes like look overly, I'm trying too realistic of doing it, and it looks a little creepy. And here, I remember when this guy ordered his drawing, he was like, I want to be holding a phone laying in bed. And I was like, okay, but I was really behind on getting a smartphone. I didn't get my first smartphone until I was like, what? I was like 18 or 19, maybe 19. And I was really old to get my first smartphone. So I gave him a flip phone because that's what I was used to. And he was like, what? I wanted a smartphone. And I was like, oh, but I thought flip phones were the thing. But anyway, I remember I was happy with this one back at the time. I think it's fog, not water. I think I was drawing fog. But yeah, I remember I thought the whole like jacket coming off of his arm was an interesting idea. Here, this is just a drawing. I don't think it has anything to do with commissions. This is just some people chilling, watching some TV. The perspective is really weird. And here's another drawing. And I did the eyes like really creepy realism. Like I was like doing too much shading around the eyes, and it gave it really creepy look. Like look at these guys. Look at their eyes. It's really creepy. I can't zoom in here because when I zoom in, it kind of looks extra creepy unless I back up, maybe like this. This, I remember I was happy with, like I thought I did his eyes well, though I still was putting too much detail around the eyes for like a cartoon, and I wasn't very good at realism either, so it just kind of came out looking creepy. This guy, I always thought he looked kind of like the, what's his name? From Black Butler, Sebastian from Black Butler, but he's not supposed to, but I always thought he kind of looked a little bit like him back in the day. Here's more fog. Another person that was commissioned. Okay, I don't know where I'm supposed to go here. There's another wall over here. Excuse me. I'm gonna come over here to the wall. And this one, I remember I just drew for fun. And I was also learning Japanese around the time, so I did draw some Japanese over here. I think it says something about I like pandas, because there's a little panda over there, only in Japanese. And this is supposed to be Mulan. It was another one, an attempt at doing like a realistic / cartoony style, but it looks creepy, to be honest. Same with this one. This one looks creepy. I was still trying the realism / cartoony style. Same here. Looks very creepy. And this I know was a commission, and it was for that oh, what was it called? Oh, I forget what it's called. If anyone knows what it's called, please let me know. It was I forget what it's called. It was some Pretty Little Liars. Oh, finally, I remember Pretty Little Liars. I never watched the show, but that was what it was for. And this one, I finally started going back into more of an anime style, I see. They have like paintbrushes, and the perspective's a little weird, but I mean, I tried. And I remember this guy, I think he may have commissioned multiple drawings. This was my friend. I drew them. They were huge Avatar Last Airbender. It's the same friend that was in the Halloween costume earlier, way back. Only this time, it's for Korra, because we were still huge fans of that, and it was after the first season of Korra. And here we have Doctor Who coming in. Doctor Who started becoming really popular, and everyone wanted Doctor Who stuff. Here is just me attempting a realistic eye. And this was my Maple Story character. I was a huge Maple Story fan, and that was me attempting to draw my Maple Story character. Here is more creepy. It's kind of a mix of realism with cartoony, so it looks kind of creepy. Someone wanted their Minecraft character drawn. This is another drawing. It was the same guy who was on the building, I think, back there. I said he ordered multiple drawings. But yeah, and I think this was for like his book or something.
This is another, I'm still doing like the creepy realism eyes, and it's really creepy looking. I don't know why, it just looks really creepy to me. This one I remember, for some reason I remember when I draw them on Sundays. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just because I had like some free time or something, but I remember, oh, these are awesome. Oh, thank you, even though these are very old and there is some problems with them. It's like the proportions are a little creepy. I did put a lot of detail into them though. Now I do my drawings and I do make them very simple. Even though I got better at proportions, I try and make them simple because I'm hurrying. But these I put so much shading into them and a lot of time. But the drawings I do now are like really fast. If I put a lot of time into a drawing, it'd try to look a lot better, but you know, I don't have time for that. And here, this guy's fighting a dinosaur, apparently. What's going on there? And this guy's in some water. And this is another person into anime. And here, that is absolutely horrifying. What the heck? That's creepy. That's creepy. Look at that face. And here, wait, that was my friend as well. Yeah. All right, so where's some more? Where are some more? We can go over here. Okay, this is newer. Newer, like not new, but how old was I? I don't think it says, but it was years ago. And here I did some more realism. As you can see, I progressed a lot with realism, but I still never got that great at it. I didn't know how to color it well, so I just kind of left everything black and white. But I honestly wasn't very happy with half my realistic drawings, mostly because I didn't have a passion for realism. I would try realism simply because I felt like I had to. Because whenever we'd show like relatives and stuff our art, they'd always go to my sister's art and be like, wow, this is amazing because it was realistic, and mine was cartoony. And then they would go to mine and be like, that's okay. Because I guess they saw realism as like the actual art, and they saw cartoony as like the not so much art. So I always felt like I had to do realism just to meet their approval. But then I didn't really enjoy doing it. I was never a big fan of trying realism. I loved cartoony and anime drawings. Even though realism is a thing people strive for, it wasn't my passion. So I kind of just like thought, well, I might as well do what I want, even though some people don't like it. So yeah, explains my realism and why I started doing it. But yeah, so don't let people pressure you into doing something. A lot of people don't see anime or cartoony as art, and I think that's really unfair. And same with digital. They see digital art as if it's not hard, or if it's like just fake art altogether, even though it is a lot of hard. It takes a lot of practice, because as you see, that all I'm doing here is digital art, but I still was slowly growing over time, and it's just unfair to say digital art isn't art altogether, and it makes no sense. This stuff was a little older. I think I'm going backwards. Over here was some of my early, I went back into realism, but it's early stuff, like, and I also wasn't looking at any references. When I don't look at a reference for realism, that's very hard, to be honest. Like, I think realism really requires looking at a reference, simply because you need to see what you're doing, and I did not have any references, so it looks pretty bad. And here's more anime. Okay, now we can go upstairs. Let us slowly walk. This is a very big building, and there's no sprint button, so we're just gonna slowly make our way over here. Slowly. This is the last gallery on Roblox, so the rest of my stuff ended up being on DeviantArt, though I think I did delete some of it off because I didn't like it later, but I don't know. Here's another real person into anime. This was another realistic attempt. Okay, let me tell you about this one. This one I did not have a reference for, which I'm happy about. I was like, wow, I didn't have a reference, and it still looked like her. It was supposed to look like actually one of my roleplay characters, or was it my brother's roleplay character? I forget. It was supposed to look like a roleplay character, but slowly over time, it started looking like Natasha or Black Widow from Avengers, and I was like, well, you know, I might as well just go with that. So I just ended up just leaving it as that and being like, well, it looks like her, so we'll just say it's her. It wasn't supposed to look like her. Well, that was not what I was aiming for, but it ended up looking like her, so it kind of does. I did more sort of slight realism. I finally got down the doing realism mixed with cartoony, which is like here I did it, and it actually looks okay. I mean, it doesn't look creepy, so that's a plus. Here I did it as well. It's a cartoony mixed with realism. I had more fun with that than normal realism because I didn't have a passion for doing just realism, so I liked mixing it with cartoony stuff. First time doing a chibi right here. It was a chibi version of her, I believe. And this was just one of my OCs. here is just another. Okay, when I drew this back in the day, I wasn't a Kingdom Hearts fan. I knew this is from Kingdom Hearts, and I knew the background was from Kingdom Hearts because I played 358/2. Back in the day, I played like the 358/2 DS game, but I didn't play anything else. That was just the only one I played, and I wasn't a huge fan. So before, when I drew this, I wasn't a huge fan. But everyone keeps saying things are Jordan, which is my brother, but no, it's not Jordan. But yeah, this on the other hand was when we started Venturian Tale. If you guys don't know, I'm part of another channel called Venturian Tale, and it is where me and my siblings first started YouTube and first started making a living on YouTube. So we started there, and I did all the art for the channel, and this is the first art I did for the channel. I ended up doing more as well, but that was the first one I did. And yeah, so that brings back a lot of memories. It's been like, what, 4 or 5 years since then? So yeah, these are old drawings actually. So here is some more random pictures. This one, I know my mom hung that on the wall for a long time. She used to hang a lot of my drawings on the wall because she was like, wow, it's so good. And it always made me feel good about it though. And here is, okay, let me explain. I did look at, I looked at some references for this one. You can tell because whenever I looked at references, things usually got very detailed and a little bit better looking. But this one, I looked at a reference for the eye and tried to make it look really fancy. And the same but the hand, I overdid it and it just, the proportions are wrong. See, it doesn't matter how good your coloring is if you get the proportions wrong, because the proportions on this hand are all wrong, and the arm, it doesn't look natural. I should have fixed the proportions before coloring. But here's some more drawings, some more anime. This one I was really happy with. It was a realism sort of drawing. I didn't do much with the hair. The hair was really simple, but yeah, I did look at a reference for the face and stuff like that, but yeah. I had fun with that one. I remember thinking it was great at the time, but like I said, I never had a big passion in realism, and I love cartoony and anime, even though a lot of people really look down on it. I just gotta do what I love, right? I mean, I need to do what I enjoy. And here, this was a commission from my sister, actually, and I know they got more expensive at this point, but it was of Rose and the Doctor, and she was a huge fan of them. Here is another Venturian Tale drawing I did for the channel that we started. And here is just more, I think, is that Hogwarts? Is it on fire? This one I remember is Marcus from Digimon. I was a huge fan of that season of Digimon. I love it. And it's another one of the commissions. And I think that's everything I uploaded on here. I started uploading everything on DeviantArt and stopped uploading on here. So that's the last you'll see on Roblox. But yeah, I started getting better over time. And I did make progress and a lot more detail into the drawings. Now, what I upload now is not very detailed, but I did practice like a lot on proportions. And if I did sit down and make them really detailed, they would, well, look better. But I try and do them quickly so I can draw you guys' OCs quick and stuff like that. And my biggest goal, even back then, was to draw things quickly. When I was able to draw things quickly, I don't know. It's something I always enjoy doing. So I want to get faster and faster at drawing and being able to do it fast and whatnot, but you know, it's what I enjoy. So that's why I don't do a lot of realism. I have done multiple realism photos. You can probably find them on my DeviantArt, but I prefer doing anime and cartoons. That's just what I enjoy. But yeah, these are all my old drawings from digital art anyway. I did have a lot of old traditional art, and I also had these comics I made. I made the most, oh, they're so dorky. I made some seriously dorky cartoon, like comics back in the day. You guys so need to see them. I need to like make a video. You let me know if you want to see a video of those comics, because oh, they were called Hammy and Taro because I ripped off the name Hamtaro and called it Hammy and Taro. That's so bad. Anyway, they're really old. They're even older than all these digital art stuff, so they're not good in any sense, but it's pretty funny to look at. So yeah, and hey guys, thanks for following me around. You guys both have a pizza shirt. That's super cute. Why you guys match? You guys match. You have pizza shirts. That's cute. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any ideas or you want to see more of my old art, let me know and give me more ideas for new videos. And thank you guys so much for watching.